Hi guys, back again with me Austin from About White Heart. Today I'm going to share with you my experience on this is Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch line Chirrut Imwe. Okay, this is from the Rogue One, a Star Wars story movie. And if you have been following the Black Series line for a while, then you know this is actually the 2001 release. It's a kind of the newer style of the Black Series packaging, as you can see here. Even the shape here is different if you've been following the line. And this figure itself, or this character I will say, it's actually have been released before. So this is kind of an update, or you might call repackage, reissue, re-release of the character in this line, because in my presumption that it seems that all this are pretty much taken from the old figures, plus maybe they add a bit more paint jobs here and there, or maybe they try to fix the figure. I'm kind of curious myself what are the significant improvement, but we know the most of the highlight is the update on the face itself. Okay, so Hasbro has been releasing the newer update of these characters of the old figures with the update on the photoreal technology. Okay, so if previously they haven't done that, they try to apply it on the newer releases. Okay, and this is one of them. Another examples will be characters from the animated series Star Wars Rebels, which I do have, and I'm trying to take some time to share it to you guys. But today my focus will be this one. Why? Because I simply like Rogue One, and yeah, I'll probably get the rest of the team. K2SO has been released, the newer one. I'm not sure what are the updates, and more are coming, and of course we are also waiting for the upcoming series. I think that's based on Cassian Andor. I think that's called Andor. But anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging first. Okay, here. So like I said, this is the newer style of Black Series packaging. I know I haven't been sharing a 6-inch scale Star Wars in a while, but it doesn't mean that I forgot about them. I have been collecting slowly, and I hope that I can share to you in the next videos. More and more figures from this line as well. Okay, if you're new to this line, this is the old style of the packaging. In fact, this is the same Chirrut Imwe I'm gonna compare to you today. I'm kind of curious myself what are the improvement. So yeah, this is the Black Series old packaging. It has number 36. Okay. Now with the newer Black Series, it's a bit more colorful. I think they have different colors for probably different movies or different series, if I'm not mistaken. But on this side they usually have quite a nice picture. So if you want to let's say save your collection mint package, or you just want to keep the box, and then you can display it like this on your shelf, right, one by one, and you get to have kind of all the photo of the picture of the characters on your display, and that will be cool as well. Okay, so yeah, I think it's good, and the dimension is it reminds me of Transformers War for Cybertron packaging with this shape. Okay, as usual, windows, so you can actually see what's going on. Okay, the Black Series, and at the back okay, another picture, and we have a bit of description in different languages. If you want to read, you can read now in English here. You can pause it. Okay, I'll just continue. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much the packaging for this. All right, I'm really curious right now. So how about let's open it up and see what are the updates. Okay, so guys, here are the two figures. Okay, can you guess which one is the newer one? It's actually on the right here. Okay, But I have to tell you, at a quick glance, and then I play around a little bit with these two figures of the camera, I realized that actually it's very much the same. Okay, no differences at all. But we'll see. We'll see what are the updates that we have here. Okay, I'll zoom in a little bit to see. Okay, they say that the actual update is on the photoreal, right? So we have the one with photoreal. The left one is before photoreal. What do you feel? Okay, how do you think? Which one do you like better? Please let me know in the comment. Okay, one thing that I realized, I think from most of the photoreal tech figures, the skin color is better. It's more, I don't know, more realistic, I guess, but in a way also kind of a bit, looks oily. But that's just my interpretation, okay? And I think normally with the photoreal one, the good aspect is the eyes, okay? I'm not sure if we can see the difference with the eyes of the two figures, okay? But I think, let me try to zoom in a little bit. Normally the eyes is better on the photoreal one. Okay. Having said that, in this Chirrut Imwe, I feel that the one with photoreal here looks a bit chubbier, or it's just my own feeling. Okay, it's just my eyes. But and then I don't know. There's also an argument from many of my friends who are, or from some of my friends who are customizer. They say that actually Hasbro can do better without the photoreal. If you did a better paint job at this, then you actually get. I mean, the skull is already good. It's just that they need to touch up a little bit more and have more effort in the paint department. But it will actually result in quite good head sculpt already. Okay, but anyway, that's just some opinions that I heard. Okay, so yeah, that's my impression with the head. Okay, looks a bit chubbier. I'm not sure if that's really is Donnie Yen. I think this one looks more like Donnie Yen more. What do you think? Okay, but in the case of lifelikeliness, yes, this one is kind of a bit more lively, more especially on the lips area, on the eyes area, right? We have the shadings and stuffs, and the color skin, right? Yeah, so that one is appreciated. Okay, so let's just move on. Okay, I'll keep it at that for you to debate among yourself, or to decide within you whether you like it or not. Okay, so maybe from the back it's pretty much the same. Okay, same mold. Okay, the left arm here, a bit different skin color, I guess. Is it? Well, from the face is a little bit different. This one is more pale, while this one is more less pale. And then the soft goods here are also the same, right? Well, pretty similar, I will say. It's just that the red line here is thinner compared to this one. But yeah, I'm not sure about the other figures. Okay, the white here is pretty much the same. Actually, this one is already pretty good on the old one. Okay, interestingly, the bullets, I think this are supposed to be bullets. The bullets on the left on the old one is more visible compared to this one. Okay, but that's okay, that's very minor. Okay, and then they have this device. Okay, the old one is more bright red, whereas the newer one is kind of a deep old red. Okay, that's in my opinion, but still the mold actually is already really good, right? As you can see, Then how about the one on the left here? So he has this sort of device, okay, sculpted on the left. And you know what, I don't see much differences. The paint is tidier on this one, as you can see. Okay, it's more neat compared to this one. You see the red is off. The red color is off, a bit too much. This one is more precise. Okay, so yes, I guess they do pretty much an update to kind of tidy up their work with this new figure. Okay, and this one here, on this piece here is you can see it's a bit more metallic compared to this one. Okay, that's my, yeah, this is more like dirty metal, whereas this one is more shiny. Okay, a bit more shiny. Okay, but other than that, it's pretty much the same. All right. Okay, so let's lift up this area and we see whether any differences on the pants. Not really. I don't see any differences. It's even the paint, the same paint. Yeah, then the boots is also the same. Okay, so yeah, we have already seen several differences from the figure. Okay, I'll just focus on the new one. So again, this is the old one. This is the new one, Donnie Yen in figure form. We don't have much Donnie Yen in figure form in 1/12 scale, do we? All right, I think we need more. All right, maybe if you're new to this, yeah, I show you the details. Well, Hasbro is actually really quite good with mold, with all the wrinkles and stuff. Okay, this piece is kind of rubbery, but also very thick, so it's quite sturdy and thick. Okay, the details on this is cool. This one is also the same. Okay, and we have a feel of a bit dirty, kind of weathered here and there. The right is a trigger palm. The left is, let me check, is kind of a gripping palm instead. So yeah. Oh, by the way, the neck here is already the dumbbell joint, so you don't see any joint down there. Yeah, it's all okay. Oh, is it? Let me check. So as you can see, well, is it a dumbbell joint? I'm not sure now. It's not visible on this one though. You can see a little bit, but this one is more visible. You can see the joint. Well, you can see the joint there. So yeah, I'm not sure whether it's doing the dumbbell joint. Anyway, okay. So that's pretty much with this with the mold. Articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you can look up this much, you can look down that much. Oops, it's actually a bit more. Okay, yeah, I think there's some sort of a hinge there. Okay, all right. It's kind of, you lower down this much and then you move a little bit more. Okay, yeah, this is probably not the dumbbell joint. Sorry, it's just big ball joint with the hinge. Okay, so you can, all right, there you are. Okay, so it's not the new dumbbell joint, I think, but yeah, it's actually quite sufficient. The arm, as usual, you have the rotation, you have the hinge. Okay, the hinge. Okay, yeah. Okay, the bicep, you have rotation. You can bend this much. Oh, no, let me try on the other side. All right. How come the other side is even? Oh, sorry, wrong direction. Yeah, so that's with the elbow. Okay, it's not 90 actually, almost 90, but yeah. right? And then on the wrist you have rotation. This one you have the hinge there, up and down. Okay, the hinge on this one is, I think it should have, yes, on this down, and because of the mold on this device here is kind of limited, but you know the hinge is there. All right, okay, let's see. Normally they have this joint below here, but I'm not sure why it feels a bit weird. Is it because of this soft good? Let me try on the older one. Okay, as you can see, the older one has this rotation on the abdomen there. This one I think is supposed to have it, but I'm not sure why. It seems that the piece of clothes is stuck on that portion. I'm afraid that I may break it, so I'll try, but I know it's there. You know, it's just that the movement is a bit weird. I may have to hair dryer it, you know, kind of breaking the, I don't know what's going on. Okay, okay, it's already done, bro. So yeah, it does have the movement on the belly. I don't know if you can listen to the click. Okay, that's rather interesting to me. It's supposed to, I don't know why the movement is a bit weird on this new one. You have the front kick this much. Back kick is hindered because of the mold, but let's see how much of a split can we do. So it's actually, you have that gap, but it's kind of limited, but you can extend this much. Okay, that's pretty much the extent. Okay, and then up on the thigh you have rotation, and then you have the double jointed knee here. Let me try on the other side. Okay, show you. Yep, you have double jointed knee, and then you have this one have ankle rocker. Okay, and then you have, I think it's supposed to be up and down, but the up is already that much only, but down a lot more. Okay, so that's pretty much the articulation of this figure. Before I move on to the accessories, I just want to point out to you that this piece of the molded piece of these clothes with the straps and the device here is actually, well, we know it's a separate piece and it's somewhat rubbery and actually connected to some sort of okay, you see there is white pack there which connect to a hole in his back, so it will keep it in place there. Okay, just to let you know that. So here's are the accessories. The first is the bow stuff here. Okay, so just a quick glance here, and you know what, it's actually the same piece, right? No differences. There is slight differences on the metal paint here. Well, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but in my bare naked eyes, the new one, which is on the right, I'll try to keep it always on the right. The metal paint here is a bit shinier compared to the old one. Okay, right, so it's more refined in that way, but the rest on this wooden part is pretty much the same. Okay, as you can see, so the metal part is a bit more stand out on the newer one. Okay, and it's pretty much the same with the old one, that it's actually a two-piece in one, and it's pretty much needed and helpful if you want to put it back into the packaging. You know, sometimes this stuff is easy to break, you know. I mean, it's sturdy, but if you push it with your strength, surely it will break. Okay, so it's a good thing that you can actually split it into two, and it makes it easier if you want to pose him with this two-handed. Okay, and here's one example. Okay, I just want to show you that you can easily, okay, put the bow staff with both hands. And in fact, the way I did it, I separate it into two parts. I put the top part first, and then I tried to snuggle the bottom part and connect it in the middle, so it's easier that way for me. Of course, feel free to do anything, and it holds very nice. Okay, even if you hold it one-handed, it will still stick in the grip. Okay, so yeah, that's one way to do it, and just want to show you that's the bow staff. Next we have the bowcaster. So as usual, this is the new one and this is the old one, okay, without the photoreal, right? Mold wise, very much the same. Color scheme is also pretty much the same, okay? Except that I realized on the new one here, you see the bronze color they painted more. Okay, is it bronze or gold? Okay, let's just say gold. Okay, or bronze. Okay, let's say this bronze. Okay, this bronze color is a little bit more visible. Okay, and more thick compared to the old one. Okay, but the rest is pretty much similar. So the bronze is more stand out on this part. Okay, even the trigger. Okay, especially on this linings here. Okay, as you can see, the one on the right is more shiny, right? Because the bronze is more visible all across. Okay, and then oops. Okay, stay on the right. Stay on the right. Even this area here. Okay, the bronze here is more compared to this one. And you might argue as well, not much differences. Yeah, really, it's actually not much differences. So let's just focus on the new one, okay? This weapon of his is actually very cool. Okay, this part can move, and you can actually take this two piece out if you want to. It is also not rubbery. It's actually, yeah. You have to be careful. You don't want to break it, okay, while you play. This one can move to the front like that, but no, normally I think the desired precision will be like this. Okay, as you can see, okay, you have the trigger, so we can try to put the trigger finger into the trigger hole. And another cool thing is it can actually rotate. So I think the actual you have two shooting position. You can do it like this, okay, just like a longbow. You can do it like this. You can twist it around and make it like a crossbow. And I think this is what he did in the movie. Okay, I don't remember he did in this position. Okay, but yeah, so you can twist it and yep, you can shoot. So we'll try also to put him into position, but I just want to let you know that this piece can be taken out. So you see what's the engineering behind it, because there's a bit of mold which acts kind of a it's there to limit the twist, and even the shape of the hole is designed in such a way so that you cannot you can only rotate up to so much. Okay, so only kind of 90 degrees of rotation. With the old one, people also suggest that you can actually keep the bowcaster, well, not really keep, but kind of place it, place this area with the gap here on his strap, and just you can kind of pose him with the bowcaster at the back while holding the bow staff with the two hands. If you want to do it in your display, that's also one option. Okay, so So this is one of the angle you can do with this two-handed shooting bow position. Unfortunately though, he cannot really do a decent shooting position. As you can see from this area, then you see the weakness, right? Because normally with the sniping pose you want the head to be closer to where the bowcaster is, but then I realized that he needed a different hinge articulation. It should be placed on this area to help him do that, instead of, well, sometimes this one is needed as well, but he needs a bit more movement here, you know, in this area. Okay, so this is the best that I can do. I've tried, but so yeah, this is the setup. But if you just want to pose him for your photography from certain angle like this, it's actually not too bad, right? But it's not really a shooting position. It's more like a battle ready pose instead of a sniping pose, which I wanted to do. This is the other configuration that you do. Okay, so you just twist it and then still grab with both hands. Okay, not shooting, still not sniping position, but that's okay as well, I guess. But I realized that, you know, I just want to point out here, you can actually put his trigger finger on the trigger, but with shooting position sometimes it's very hard. Okay, so it's not perfect, but I feel that in this position, they needed to put the hinge in this area, okay, instead of here. So it should be on below here, okay, below the grip. So up and down, side, instead of here, because it's this one, you know, because of the mold, okay, it's very limited. But yeah, well, if you try, you can get a decent pose like this. Not perfect because the position of the left arm is actually kind of awkward, but if you put in a certain angle, it's actually, well, maybe from this angle it's not too bad, as you can see. Okay, and one last trial for the shooting configuration is like this. Okay, you notice, what's the difference? Oh, the difference is in the position of the trigger hand, like this. Okay, so the trigger is facing up like that, okay, as you can see, and then it's almost like the longbow configuration, but then you twist the bowcaster. Okay, you twist to the left, and then the trigger position will be like this instead of horizontally. It will be instead of vertical like this, it will be horizontal. Okay, so that's also one more option, and I think it's not bad. Okay, it's actually a good configuration, okay, that you want to do with him. And by the way, the grip is really nice. It holds nicely, and like I said, although it's not really a sniping pose, but this is kind of a quite good shooting position. Just quick measurement. Well, I've done this before, but I'll just do it again. This figure stands roughly just shy of 5 3/4 inch. Okay, so it's about 14.5 centimeters, I think. Okay, so it's below 6 inch. Well, I think that's normally is the case. So the 1/18 scale figure of Star Wars is normally shorter than, for instance, Marvel Legends or G.I. Joe. And in this case, Hasbro also doing the same thing. Here is for comparison with the Marvel Legends figure. Okay, that's the Iron Man from the, I think this is the Guardian of the Galaxy version. Okay. Forgot what's the name of the armor. Anyway, yeah, see the differences in scale. Alright, so just to wrap this video, okay, as you can see here, I have both figures. Those are pretty much the same articulation wise. You see that it stands up really well without stand. I always like that for all my figures. Yeah. The soft good really helps with the posability, with the open leg position, action pose. Okay, can do somewhat two-handed shooting position, and I realize, since the character itself is a you know, blind character, you probably don't need a very strict sniping pose, you know what I mean? And oh, the good thing is, by the way, this piece of clothes here also help, you know, to stand him up. So that's, it acts like kind of a stand also, but actually even just to find the perfect balance, you can also stand him up really well. Okay, so yeah, you can get pretty decent pose like this. But so how do I feel about this? I always wanted to have the best rendition of the characters, of course, if possible. I don't know, I have mixed feeling. I appreciate that they try to apply photoreal technology with this guy, but the more I look at the result here, yes, the shading, the eyes, the lips, the skin tone is better, right? More realistic, but the look, I don't think that's Donnie Yen, right? I don't know. How do you feel? That's to me is not really. I don't know. It looks chubbier to me. Okay, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's just my take on it. Okay, and well, in fact, this one here, I think they, with a little bit of touch, probably it will be better. Okay. Ah, okay. From this side, for example, from this side is not bad. It looks a bit more like Donnie Yen. And this from this side, So yeah, I'll probably take photograph from this side anyway. But yeah. So I guess if you are new to Black Series and you just started to collect, you can start. You can get this one if you like Rogue One. You can probably get this one while it's still fresh. But if you happen to have the old one and you feel that you're satisfied enough and you can customize yourself the old one, actually it's not too bad. See, yes, it's not photoreal, but with a bit of with a great touch, you can get a pretty decent head sculpt. Why? Because everything else is the same. Okay, everything else is pretty much the same. I can even, you know, put this bow stuff somewhere and mix between the two, and I may not know the difference much. You know what I mean? Because it's really similar. Of course, there are differences I mentioned earlier, but for the most part, it's still the same figure. Still the same solid figure. You see this open leg precision pose, right? Still pretty solid, very easy to pose, adequate articulation. Of course, it's not the best articulated that we have, but for this character, it served the purpose really well. Okay, it's enough. All right, so yep, thanks guys for watching until the end. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell for more video updates. Ciao.